Hey everybody! I'm here today to show you and tell you how to stop the buzz or buzzing sound on an electric guitar, just like this one right here. These will be easy steps in a very simplistic tutorial, so let's get right into the video. So essentially, there are three main reasons why your electric guitar is making a buzzing sound. There are a few additional reasons, but there are three common reasons. There are obviously other ones that are more or less uncommon, but three common reasons. Let's go over those reasons and how to solve them, okay? Number one, the most uncommon of these reasons, so I'll start as number one, because let's just get out of the way, it's probably not going to be the case. Number one is that the frets are not level with each other, okay? So essentially, the buzzing sound is generally created when one of the strings is rubbing along a fret. Okay, so maybe your strings are set fine, but maybe this fret over here, right, this fret right here, is raised too far forward compared to the other frets, relative to the other frets, because the strings don't go exactly in line. You get a bigger gap over here and a smaller gap over here. So generally speaking, the frets over here can be a little bit bigger without hitting, and the frets over here need to be a little bit smaller. You know, or they can all be the same size, but you get a little bit more play over here. Okay, now with that being said, okay, if one fret is too high, let's just say one fret is too high, then the string is going to rub along that fret sometimes, and that's going to create the buzzing sound, okay? Now, how do you solve that? Well, you have to lower the fret somehow. You can go look up ways. There's so many ways to do this. You can also adjust the strings, which is what I recommend. It's easier to adjust the strings and the action of the electric guitar, but that's up to you. But it could be because one of the frets is too high. But most likely that's not the case, because your electric guitar would have likely been buzzing the entire time you've been owning it or playing it if that was the case, okay? If it just started happening recently, it's probably going to be number two or number three, okay? Number two, okay, and this is probably the most common reason, is that the string action is too low. Now, your string action is how far above the frets or over in front of the frets the strings are, you know, placed. So some people like to have a string action where they're so far in front of the frets, and that's fine. It's just personal choice, personal preference. And other people like to have a very low action where they're close to the frets. But if your action is too close to the frets, then it's once again going to be rubbing. So even if your frets are all even and your frets are the right size, if your string action is too low, it's going to rub, and therefore it's going to create a buzzing sound. So what you can do easily is just raise the action of your guitar, of your electric guitar. It only takes a very short amount of time. It's really easy to do. Honestly, it's something that's so simple. Just raise up the action. You can look up how to do that. I'm going to do a separate video tutorial on that, so stay tuned and subscribe if you want to see that, but it's easy to do, okay? And now I schedule my videos in advance, so I'm going to film the raising the action tutorial later, but depending on how my scheduling works, I might end up releasing it before this one. So check, because I might have already released it, or I might be releasing it in the future. But subscribe either way, because, like, come on, who doesn't want to subscribe? Listen to my channel. It's just amazing, okay? It's a piece of artwork, okay? My obnoxiously loud voice, my bald head, it's just literally, I do everything in the world. I've made a video about basically everything possible, humanly possible, even inhumanly possible. Who wouldn't want to subscribe? Okay? Anyways, number three, the third reason, and this might be the case if you haven't touched your guitar in a while, and all of a sudden you start playing it and it's buzzing, it's the neck of the guitar might be a little bit warped. Now, the neck of an electric guitar is not meant to be perfectly precisely straight. It's got a little bit of an angular bend to it. Think about it like that, okay? Not meant to be perfectly straight, but if that bend becomes too much, or if it goes in the opposite direction, then all of a sudden you're going to get that zzz, that buzzing sound, okay? Those are the three, and obviously if that's the case, you got to look into repairing it. It's not an easy task, okay? You're better off raising the action of your strings. I'm telling you right now, because repairing a neck or replacing a neck is, number one, it's expensive. Number two, it's not an easy task to do. So, you're better off taking the easy, quick way out and just raising up the strings. That's my opinion, unless it's up to you, but that's my opinion. So that's it. That's how to stop the buzzing sound on an electric guitar. Easy steps in a very simplistic tutorial. I've told you three reasons why it happens and three ways to stop it from happening also. Some of them are super easy and straightforward. Others are a little bit harder and harder to manage. But yeah, choose the one that works for you and address your problem that you have with your specific electric guitar. These are just the common potential reasons why. That's it. If you like this video tutorial, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.